I think like a lot of casual basketball fans that don't really understand the game don't really recognize like this man was being double teamed the
At
entire
half
as
court.
soon as he crashed half court, he's double
Yeah.
teamed the entire game. And they're like, oh, he's not scoring. Like, look, it's Buddy Hield's bailing him out. Buddy Hield's wide open, and Buddy Hield played great. Don't get me wrong, but he's open because Steph Curry is being doubled. Like, I don't think people really get it. And then his defense underrated: 2 steals, 2 blocks. Steph Curry is not known for defense, but yesterday his defense was really freaking good. When it's on the
Yeah, he's
line,
not
and
like
you're
Luka, who's disinterested and doesn't give effort. Like he's very interested and he gives great effort. He's just 6'3".
right, right. Yeah, no, I
He led the
just
league in steals twice in 2 different seasons.
yeah, off the ball type stuff. Steph is one of the best players. He's him and Jordan are like the 2 players I watched in my life where I'm like, I've never seen anyone do this before. Like
Well, let's talk
Jordan made
about
me.
Steph then.
What's that?
Let's talk about Steph's legacy then.
Yeah.
I tweeted out last night that he's better than LeBron. I believe it. To me, he's better than Kobe. He's better than LeBron. The top 2 players of all time that I've ever seen are him and Jordan, to your point.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's got the statistics and the career, that help him. But like when you're watching the game, when you watch Jordan play, you're like, man, I've never seen anything like this guy ever. And it's the same thing with Steph. Like the things he does, you're like, I've never seen anyone do this before, especially so consistently like Steph does. I think those 2 guys are, to me, it's tough. I really like Kobe as well. Kobe was kind of that way also, but Kobe was kind of a Jordan Jr. To me. And no disrespect, Kobe's up there for me as well. But Kobe wouldn't be Kobe without Jordan. But Jordan was his own man. Steph is his own man. They both changed the game. He's phenomenal, man. I've never been a big LeBron guy. I respect him and I respect his talent and I respect his career. I respect him as a family man. I think he's a good person. I just don't see that dog in him. I don't see that killer instinct that you saw with Jordan. Kobe had it, but I don't see it with LeBron, and that's what drops him down a little bit for me.
I feel like Curry is the best offensive player I've ever seen, like in every way. He's great with the ball in his hands. He's great off the ball. LeBron isn't like that. Like LeBron's great with the ball in his hands. But once you take the ball out of his hands, no one's worried about him setting a screen or posting up, or hanging out at the 3-point line or whatever. Like he's just not much of a threat once the ball's out of his hands. So that limits him. And it's in terms of the shooting from all 3 areas, all 3 levels of the court, the playmaking, he always makes the right play. He never forces it when he's trapped or doubled. So that's just the offense. And then you look at LeBron, like, what is LeBron? What makes LeBron an all-time great? Like, he's not he's a point forward. He's not the greatest scorer. Like, he doesn't have the greatest, he's not the greatest shooter. He doesn't have a mid-range game. He's a very good all-around player who can do a little bit of everything, but he's not necessarily like the greatest at any one thing. I think he's got the most hype of all time because of ESPN and how he came out of high school and he's an American. But like, is he really was prime LeBron really better than prime Giannis?
Yeah.
Giannis,
Yes. LeBron. Here's LeBron to me. LeBron is just a physical specimen who's very well-rounded. Obviously, great conditioning, great shape. His longevity over his career is phenomenal. But here's how I always try to like explain it to people that disagree with me about this. If you gave Jordan LeBron's physical ability and stature, would he be better than LeBron right now? If Steph was LeBron's size, would he be better than LeBron?
That's what LeBron was. He was an all-time great athlete, 6'8", and when in his prime, he was like the fastest player in the league. He's an incredible athlete, but like, was he a great scorer? No, he's a good scorer. Was he a great shooter? No, he was a solid shooter. Was he a great rebounder? No, he was a good rebounder. Was he a great passer? No, he was a good passer. Like, to me, there's no aspect of his game that was just incredibly great, whereas there was with Steph. Every aspect of him on offense was great. Is great.
Yeah.
Prize Picks is sponsoring the Cohn Zone this year. Prize Picks is the leader in daily fantasy and the best place to win cash while watching sports. And the best part about the app is it's really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. I'm a Niners guy. So, when I'm doing Prize Picks, I'm looking, the last couple of years, I'm looking at Deebo Samuel because I know Deebo Samuel better than Deebo Samuel knows Deebo Samuel. So if it's like drops, I'm taking more. Or if it's like punches thrown towards his long snapper on the sideline during the fourth quarter of a game, the 49ers will go on to win. I'm smashing more because I know the 49ers and I'm a Prize Picks guy. Now, maybe they didn't have those exact plays, but they have so many plays that'll make your head spin. And you can play Prize Picks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Best part about it is the new user offer. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you'll get $50 just for playing. That sounds like a win to me. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, to claim your $50 today. Tell him Grant sent you.
Steph was built like LeBron. He'd be the greatest player that ever lived, I think, probably. So it's LeBron, what he has going for him, he's a giant specimen of an athlete. He's great in that regard. But like what you see is a lot of players that are like that, they don't have to be more than that because they've gotten by with that their entire life. Right? Like
I compare him to Giannis again. Giannis gets no hype because he's from Greece, but he's bigger than LeBron. He's just as fast, if not faster, than prime LeBron. He's a better rebounder than LeBron. He's just as good at scoring as LeBron. He's not the shooter that LeBron is, but LeBron's not a great shooter. I just think LeBron's a little overhyped. And I think it has a lot to do with the way he came out of high school, the way he's always been compared to LeBron, the way Stephen A. and freaking Bayless talked about him every day for 20 years. Giannis doesn't move the needle like that, but just in terms of what they bring to the court, he's a better defender than LeBron. I don't know.
It's like
There's
how
no one
Shaq,
like Steph.
It's like how Shaq was so physically dominant
Mhm.
that he was unstoppable. One of the best centers to ever play the game. And honestly, I think Shaq had a little more killer instinct than him. But I think that is LeBron. He is just a physical specimen, an amazing athlete. His longevity is absolutely remarkable. And that's allowed him to put up a ton of statistics and win and be successful. But he's just not there's nothing new about him. The real difference between him and Jordan to me it's up here. It's his mindset. He's just not that killer, right? In end of the game situations, when the game is on the line, I've seen LeBron multiple times let everybody else take over for him. I've seen him, he let Kyrie do it for him. He let Luka do it for him. Jordan would never do that, ever, unless he absolutely had to. Like, he's going to go win this game. I think that's the biggest difference, I think, between like a Jordan and LeBron is the mindset.
And I think what's funny with Curry, people always trying to take away from Curry. Like, well, he wasn't the NBA the finals MVP was Kevin Durant. It's like, okay, who's a better player? Like, people always try to say that Kevin Durant carried those teams. Clearly not. Kevin Durant can't carry anything. He's done nothing without Stephen Curry, whereas Stephen Curry has won 2 championships and counting without Kevin Durant. Then last night, Buddy Hield goes off and people immediately online are like, oh, Buddy Hield saved Steph Curry. Buddy Hield is no one without Stephen Curry. He's been no one. He's a journeyman. All of a sudden, he plays with Stephen Curry and he's a savior. Like, that's the Steph effect. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And people don't really realize it, like the gravity. I've never seen a player, maybe outside of Jordan, maybe not even Jordan.
Not even Jordan, because Jordan didn't have the range of Steph. He wasn't
the
a shooter.
gravity that Steph just pulls, like, to get double teamed as soon as you cross half court. I don't know if
At 37.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you understand how much that affects your whole entire team. Being a threat as soon as you cross half court, and where you have double teamed and everyone's coming over to help, and when you're getting screened, everybody switches to you because they're worried about you shooting. Like, how many wide open layups on screens on pick and rolls do they get because both players stay with Steph, and then the roller just goes to the basket, wide open layup? Like, I've never seen that happen with any other player besides Steph.
That's why I think Steph might be the best player of all time. I know it's blasphemous to say it, but I mean, Jordan just didn't have that kind of an impact on offense. Great player, way better defender than Steph was. The greatest two-way player of all time. Different players. But yeah, man, I've never seen anyone have an impact on a game like Steph has ever. It's not even close.
Yeah, he's definitely changed the game probably more than anybody, but I got Jordan. Jordan will always be the GOAT to me. I really don't see anybody passing him up defensively, offensively. And, in fairness to Jordan, if he played in today's game, there's no doubt in my mind he would have developed a three-point shot. That's just who Jordan was. He would have made sure, I believe the three-point line didn't even happen until he was like last year in college for him. I'm pretty sure something like that. So he didn't grow up shooting threes, but if he grew up in this era, you better believe Jordan would have been a dominant three-point shooter too.
Yeah. Only thing with Jordan is that like the rest of the Bulls are really good too. Like when he retired, they won 50-something games without him, and they won playoff series without him. Pippen was great, Robin was great, but yeah, great player. Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan. That's my take. Great player. I don't care what anyone says.
Hey, it's bold. That's a bold take.
Bold take right there. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad we both agree on LeBron James. And here's one thing I want to say about LeBron. One more thing. So Curry, Kobe, Jordan all essentially played their entire careers with one team. I know Jordan played with the Wizards when he was owning them at the end, but that doesn't count. I respect that. LeBron played for 4 teams. And it was like he always did this thing where he would kind of meddle with the roster and make requests for who should be on it and then ditch it. It's like, this team sucks. It's not good enough. You put it together. And he did it like 3 times. I don't respect that. Like you were the greatest player of all time and you had to leave 3 teams. Steph didn't have to do that. He was drafted by the freaking Warriors and he made it work. Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals factor in the flavor with none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/Cohn50off and use code Cohn50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's Cohn50off at factormeals.com/Cohn50off for 50% off plus free shipping.
So part of the difference I think mentally between Jordan and those guys is, Steph was, small-time college player, Davis, underdog, like underrated completely. Jordan wasn't hyped up to the level LeBron was. LeBron has been supposedly the greatest player since he was in 8th grade.
Right.
It's been hype around him. So that, it gets in your head and you believe I'm that guy and you don't really have to prove anybody wrong throughout your life. And I think that's a big difference in their mentality.
I knew who LeBron James was when he was a sophomore in high school. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as a sophomore in high school. There's never been a player hyped like him. I mean, Jordan was like still in the league at the time. And he was playing for the Wizards. And this kid was in freaking high school wearing 23. People saying this guy's going to be the next Jordan. He's going to be the next greatest player of all time. And so like they broadcast his games at whatever the hell high school he went to. Yeah. On ESPN. I remember watching that stuff in high school as a freshman. So there's never been a player with as much hype as him, really. Not Steph, not Giannis, not Jokic. And I think people love talking about him. They talk about him on ESPN all the time, and that's a big reason why he's looked at as the GOAT. But that's a lot of hype.
Yeah, and look, man, St. Vincent, St. Mary's. Yeah,
St. Vincent,
He's LeBron's great, man. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people thinking I don't like LeBron, and I respect what he's done to live with that much pressure your entire life, for everyone to say you're that great player and to actually come close to living up to it or living up to it, depending on how you look at it, without being just the over the top cocky a-hole. It says a lot about him, and he's a good family man, been with the same woman his entire life, no scandals around him, good business person. So I respect all of that about LeBron. It's just I think what we talked about, what set Jordan slightly apart and what Steph is doing right now is just, we've never seen it before.
Yeah, like what is a signature LeBron play? He dribbles the ball for a while. He dribbles the ball for a while. He gets a screen. He gets a mismatch. He drives. He finishes. And it's very, efficient, but it's not super exciting. I mean, even him dunking, it's one dunk. He has one dunk. That's why he never went in the dunk contest. He wouldn't have won. He's one dunk. He's like Zoolander of dunkers.
LeBron would be a better player with Steph Curry's skill set. So that kind of tells you, to me, what we love about LeBron is just a phenomenal beast of an athlete.
I want to see Steph and Giannis play together. That's the next.
Oh man, they would win a championship for sure. I'm hoping that happens. Everyone would say it's cheating or whatever, but I don't care. Let me see it.
Yeah, no one cares about Giannis until he plays with Steph. Then he's the greatest player of all time, which he really is, dude. Giannis is so good. If he were from Texas, he would get so much more hype.
Can I ask you? Let me ask you about Brooks and Draymond.
Yeah.
I don't like Dylan Brooks. I saw an interview with him off the rec, like at home with his family. Seems like a nice guy, but in the games, I don't like him. He seems like a dirty kind of guy. Would you like Draymond Green if he wasn't on the Warriors? I don't.
Would I
think
like him?
I think I would.
I would respect him a whole lot more than I would respect Dylan Brooks, because I feel like Dylan is trying to be like Draymond, but he's not as good, and he's mostly just trash talking. Whereas Draymond, like last night, you could watch like, oh, that's the best defensive player I've ever seen. Watch, like Şengün can't do anything. I mean,
I like Draymond a lot because he's on the Warriors, but I think if he was on another team, I would. He's one of those players like you hate if he's on another team because he's so dirty. He's so dirty, bro. Like being real.
he hit Jalen Green in the face last night.
He hit someone every game. He hit somebody, dude. He kicked the guy in the back of the head on purpose in the dude's head. He's lucky that guy's face didn't hit the ground hard. He's so dirty. I love him on my team. I would hate him on another team.
But I feel like back when we were kids, like every team had one player like that. There was a goon. It's almost like hockey. It's like a goon out there. And with Draymond, at least he's more than just a goon. Like he's also got the skill to like lead the fast break and make the pass. And like that's what makes him so intriguing. You know what I mean? Like he can kind of get away with it because he's more than just dirty, although he is.
Yeah.
He even says it. He's like, I'm a habitual line stepper. Like he knows it.
And with Brooks, it's there's nothing behind. Like you don't have anything to back up this attitude that you play with.
Yeah. And it seems fake, right? Like with Draymond, he's very authentically, he's like he's unhinged. Yeah. Dylan Brooks is like put together a caricature of what he thinks a tough defender would be in the NBA.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it.